1879, Kate Webster, a maid living in West London, killed her employer, Julia Martha Thomas, by shoving her down the stairs. She dismembered and boiled the flesh off of Thomas's body before throwing the remains in the Thames River. All but Thomas's head was recovered. Legend has it that Webster gave some of Thomas's cooked body to a group of neighbourhood boys to eat. Before the body was found in the river, Webster posed as Thomas for 2 weeks. She fled London, but she was arrested in Ireland and shipped back. After she was convicted of killing Thomas, she claimed she was pregnant to avoid the death penalty. The night before she was killed, she confessed to killing Thomas after the two got into a heated argument. Just to add another twist, the head of Thomas was found in 2010 on the property owned by Sir David Attenborough, the star of Planet Earth. The similarities to Jack the Ripper, mostly in the horrific mutilation of the bodies, gave Gordon Cummins the nickname Blackout River during his killing spree in 1942. Over the course of 6 days, he killed 4 women and attacked 2 more. He slit throats, strangled, and sexually mutilated his victims with can openers, razors, candlesticks, and more. The abuse was so severe and revolting that one of the pathologists examining a victim described Cummins as a savage sexual maniac. Luckily for the police, Cummins was interrupted while attacking Greta Hayward by a delivery boy. He left his gas mask behind at the crime scene, and being a Royal Air Force serviceman, the container of the mask had his ID number on the side. When an arm showed up in the Thames River in 1888, some wrote it off to a bad prank by medical students. When a matching torso and a left leg were also found nearby, it became clear it wasn't a joke. Upon closer inspection of the body, it appeared as though the uterus had been removed. It also appeared that whoever dismembered the body used a tourniquet, a sign that they knew what they were doing. The other limbs and the head were never found. In an ironic twist, Scotland Yard, the police headquarters in London, happened to be built on top of the site where the torso was discovered, but it still remains a mystery. Although the body was discovered around the same time as Jack the Ripper's killings, police said there was no connection. Elizabeth Brownrigg was known to be downright cruel to her servants, so cruel in fact that she murdered one of them. She was known to strip them naked, chain them up and beat them with switches without giving the wounds any time to heal. Though one servant had run away and complained, nothing was done to stop Brownrigg. When one of the servants, Mary Clifford, died from infections from her wounds, Brownrigg was finally charged. Mary Mitchell, another servant, testified, as did others who had seen evidence of the beatings. Crowds watched her being executed while she prayed for salvation. In Victoria, England, grave robbing was common practice for many trying to make a buck or two. Medical researchers were known to purchase bodies illegally, especially scientists working at universities. This was a specialty of the London Burkers, a gang of body snatchers in the early 19th century. The gang consisted of John Bishop, Thomas Williams, Michael Shields, and James May, and according to Bishop's confession, they stole between 500 and 1,000 bodies to an anatomist, but it was the murder of a 14-year-old boy that gained them notoriety. In 1830, Bishop and his crew tried to sell a body that was a little too fresh. After they tried to sell the 14-year-old's body, later dubbed the Italian boy, to the King's College School of Anatomy, the faculty at the school realised that the boy had been murdered. Later, Bishop confessed to taking the boy, drugging him with rum and laudanum before hanging him by his feet upside down in a well until he died. He also confessed to additional murders. Bishop and Williams were hanged for the murder, with a crowd of 30,000 watching. The next day, another crowd gathered to view the remains.